From Brick High School, TV 34 Sports presents the High School Soccer Match of the Week. The Brick Township Green Dragons host the Jackson Jaguars. Hello everyone, I'm Bob Lampinen, and with me is Dave Schofield. Dave is a former assistant coach from St. Rose High School. Dave, your first time with us. Nice to have you here.
It's a pleasure. I always wanted to do this. Now I've got my opportunity. Thank you.
Well, we've got a great game for you to break in with today. Jackson Township under Coach Mike Costas off to a great start.
The first time these two teams met, Jackson escaped with a 2-1 victory, scored in overtime. I'm sure that the Brick Green Dragons are looking forward to a much better result this time. I'm looking forward to a great game.
Jackson leads the A South Division. They're playing Brick Township. Rich Finnerty has really brought the Brick Township program back.
I coached against the past 3 years freshman squads from Brick, and I saw improvement each year. I can see where this team will be very, very good in the coming years.
We don't get a chance to see too many Ocean County teams, but they play some tough soccer down here.
It's always aggressive. Whenever you get two Ocean County teams playing together, you know you're going to have a tough match. You know it's going to be an aggressive match, a good defensive match. There's going to be some stick, and you know you're going to see some good soccer.
Okay, we're looking forward to a great match. Brick Township taking on Jackson Township. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Welcome back to Brick Township High School for the High School Soccer Match of the Week right here on TV 34. It's the Brick Township Green Dragons taking on the Jackson Jaguars. Bob Lampinen and Dave Schofield are here. And Dave, as the teams are gathering around the center circle for their instructions from the officials, certainly a beautiful day. I'll tell you, these kids are going to have some fun today.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was out there and not up here. It's a great day to play soccer. It's going to be a great match, as I said at the start. The first game between these two, 2-1 score, Hugh Miller scoring in the overtime. I'm looking forward to a great one.
Should be a good one. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Jaguars of Jackson Township. Gillis will be in the nets. The backs will be Parise, Tybel, Weinstein, and Schwaninger. The midfielders Washington, Isaacson, and Facette. Up front, Clark, Hugh Miller, and Andrews, and that's a pretty potent lineup. They've had a successful season so far. Of course, for Brick Township, they would be considered the underdogs, but they're a formidable side themselves. You can see their starting lineups right there. Their goalkeeper will be Gilligan, and in the back, Servino, Farnsworth, Santaguida, and Palmer. In the midfield, Lafredo, Kearns, and Sepsic, and up front, Longobardi, Zielinski, and Mellett. So some formidable names, and there you can see the officials. That's Joe Rebecki with his back to you, and Bill Carroll. They'll be officiating this one. It's an A South Conference game. Jackson Township leads the conference, and they've had a very successful season so far, as we mentioned. Coming into the match, there you can see the records. Jackson at 7-1-0, and Brick Township at 4-2. And they did meet earlier. Jackson won it by the score of 2-1. So the stage is set. As soon as the officials are done talking to the players, we'll get underway here. What are they saying out there?
Generally, they're just telling them we want a nice, clean fight here, no punching in the holds. Generally checking the spikes, make sure no one has illegal cleats on, telling them any updates on new rules, any updates on old rules, and just getting them prepared to play as clean and as good a soccer game as can be played.
Well, the referees have just about finished. They'll toss the coin with the captains right now. That's a custom which has developed down here in soccer, the officials talking to the players, and I don't know, we've talked about it on earlier telecasts, Dave. I don't really understand it. These kids have been playing long enough, they ought to know the rules by now.
By now, many of them could tell the players. You see Rich Finnerty here. Rich has taken over this program in the last couple of years and just really turned around what had been a kind of stagnant program. He's a good soccer man, you know, when he puts a team on the field. There's Mike Costa.
Well, Mike Costa's been very, very successful at the helm of Jackson. That's not Mike, though. That's his assistant, Al Nadrowski. Mike is probably over on the bench somewhere. I can't see him from our vantage point, but I'm sure Mike's here. Mike's a pretty vocal guy, so he'll show up before this one's over, that's for sure. Well, you can see the captains have completed their duties with the officials. We're just about ready to get underway, and while we're waiting for the match, Dave, we did mention that you had coached at St. Rose for a number of years, and I know you had some pretty successful teams. I remember when I was coaching at Neptune with the JVs, you had the Jays over at St. Rose. We had some pretty good matches, but you never did beat us.
I figured you'd bring that up before the day was over, Bob. One of the coaches that the St. Rose JV or freshman never had a chance to beat, it was Bob Lampin, and always great games, though. Always good, solid soccer matches, and some real fine ball players came up out of those programs.
We had some pretty good times after the games also.
Seems like those are the times I don't remember.
Well, that's the Jackson team just about ready to break their huddle.
Yes.
Mike Costa in the background walking. There he is with the glasses on, just bending down. Got his shorts on. He's ready to play in case everybody gets injured. He's seated right now, but that's probably about the only time we'll see Mike on the seat of his pants. He's up and he's down. He's on the officials. He's a vocal guy, and it's really had some good results. They're 7-1, leading the conference. Take a look at some of the Bricktown players. There's the Jackson team just about ready to kick it off. Jackson will be wearing their red jerseys, Bricktown in their home whites.
Both of these programs benefit from just tremendous feeder systems on the recreation and traveling team levels. Jackson has moved into just the premier division on all levels and have just been very, very successful, as has Brick over the past many, many years.
And that's a shot of Neil Gilligan, the goalkeeper for Brick Township. In the nets for Jackson will be Chris Gillis. So here we go, 4 20-minute quarters. We are at Bricktown High School. And our high school soccer match of the week is underway. Jackson kicks it off. And right away, Brick takes it away. That's number 13 with the ball, Joe Zielinski. And they roll that one into touch. Jackson will come up with the first throw into the match. Set to take the throw, Andy Weinstein. Andy, the right back for the Jaguars. And some pressure right away. And that one blasted well over the top. Goal kick coming up for Brick Township. You know, Dave, one of the things that's marked the style of play of Jackson has been their aggressiveness. They just keep coming at you, coming at you.
They're aggressive in all thirds of the field, in the middle, in the back, and offensively. They're very aggressive. You can look for a lot of shots today.
Gilligan takes the goal kick, puts it up near midfield. And Dave Mellett couldn't keep it on. Quick throw in taken by Jackson. That's number 11, Frank Bissett. They play it back to Weinstein. And Weinstein just keeps pounding away, and that's the pressure of Jackson. Here comes Isaacson. Isaacson still with the ball. Plays it through. Nice ball. That's a little too long, though. Good ball by Isaacson. Tried to get it to number 23, Tommy Andrews. Andrews, the striker. Just saw number 14, Dave Schwaninger, slip down a little. The field does look a little bit slippery. There are some muddy spots out there.
It could be a problem. Grass is very tall on either side and very worn down in the middle, as is usually the case on a football field.
Settled down by number 2, Scott Servino. Jackson given some room in the midfield area and knocked out of bounds by number 3, Bobby Lafredo. Again, someone slips down. Both teams composed, both teams keeping the ball down on the carpet. Clark. And poked away. Here comes number 13, Zielinski. Zielinski looks for some help. He trips over the ball. It was Tybal with the header. Long throw up the wing by Kearns, and they'll get another one.
Went off Weinstein there.
So let's see if the Green Dragons go with that long throw. Set to take it is number 5, Pat Kearns. And they do go. They go near post. Kearns, a little step over. And it stays on. Ball doesn't go entirely over the line. Ooh, nice shot. And a good save. It was well taken and saved by Chris Gillis. And Dave, a bit of a knuckler on that one. Not an easy ball to handle.
Very nice shot after a weak clearing pass by the Jaguars there. They're going to have to get the ball out wide.
Volleyed on by Santa Guida. And there you see it. Once it gets up in the air, it's pretty tough to control, and they knock it into touch. Quick throw in coming up for Brick. It'll be Servino. First quarter action, no score, 16-12 remaining in this opening stanza. Chested down and shielded, played back smartly. And off the line comes Chris Gillis. Not actually very smartly it was, a little bit too slow, and Gillis had to come off the line. Release onto the foot of Weinstein. Oh, tough hop. This is Jerry Clark. Clark, nice ball, far post. And a good save by Gilligan as he snares it out of the air.
This Weinstein is a good young player. Only a freshman starting here for the Class A North or South leaders. Weinstein, only a freshman.
And Brick clears it upfield. Of course, you're referring to number 16, Andy Weinstein, the right back. Excuse me, number 10, that is, for Weinstein. Up to the right wing and cleared out. Nothing that number 6, Chris Parise, could do with that one. It'll be a throw-in for Brick on the far side of the field. Bob Lafredo looks inside. Here it comes. And poked out by Washington.
We have our first corner kick of the game here, Bob. A lot of pressure being put on by the Green Dragons here.
Brick with one shot, a tough shot, was handled by the goalkeeper, Chris Gillis. And now the Green Dragons with their first corner kick. And here it is, but it's headed right out. Mickey Washington. Take a look at some of the Jackson defenders. Number 8 there is Washington. Number 15, Gunnar Isaacson. And smart move as they try to knock it down. And finally cleared away. Washington tried to chest it down, couldn't do it. They go the other way quickly. Cut across, nobody there. And there to clear it away was Weinstein. So early in the match, Dave, Brick Township getting the better part of play, controlling the midfield and putting some pressure on.
I'm very impressed with the steady, solid play of the Brick Township Green Dragons. They're just, they're unruffled. They put the ball down on the carpet and go. Take it wide and bring it back inside.
Gillis, good long punt, but taken out of the air smartly by Lafredo. Sepsic plays it square. And Kearns earns a throw-in for his team as it was deflected into touch by number 11, Frank Fassett. Kearns up the line, headed on. And that'll be a goal kick. 12:45 left, opening quarter. No score between Jackson Township and Brick Township High Schools.
Brick is going to be very dangerous today with their restarts and their set pieces. These throw-ins have been provided some good offense for the Green Dragons. Be interesting to see what they do when they finally get a direct kick from somewhere outside the area.
Well, as we saw in the Monmouth FDU game a few days ago, those directs, those restarts can be dangerous. Fairleigh Dickinson scored all of their goals off of restarts. And there's a tough shot, but over the top. Another goal kick.
Not a bad idea.
Take the shot, test them early.
Loosen them up. And it was well taken from that distance, too.
Chris Gillis, the goalkeeper for Jackson, will take the goal kick. Flights it up towards midfield. Finally settled down by Brick, but they don't waste any time playing it forward. Right onto the foot of number 16. That's Dan Mellett. And offsides the call. Out on the wing, it was number 13, Joe Zielinski. A little bit over anxious. Heads up play by the defense to step up. Good pressure, but nothing happens for Jackson. They come right back, continue to pressure. A lot of room in the midfield. Good ball outside. Mellett overlapping Mellett. On the left side is number 5, Kearns. Finally, they get it to Kearns. He's one-on-one. But knocked away by Facette. Washington plays out the right side. Good ball. And a hard tackle by number 20, Dave Palmer. It'll be a throw-in for Jackson. It looks like Andy Weinstein, number 10, will take the throw. 10:13 remaining, first quarter, no score. And they go with the long throw. And they call it a foul throw. They say that Weinstein lifted his back foot. You don't see that called too often anymore. Most of the players have finally learned how to throw the ball in properly. That's number 20 for Brick Township, Dave Palmer. This is Santa Guida. Still has it. And you heard referee Bill Carroll say it's over, so it'll be a throw-in for Brick.
Bob, we have a substitution into the game for Brick. Number 6, Scott Bernsteel, the sophomore, is in the game now at left halfback. Replaces number 5, Pat Kearns.
Weinstein with another throw, flights it inside the box, and this should be a corner kick. It is. 8:55 to go, first quarter, no score, and a corner kick coming up for Jackson. Jackson with a record of 7-1 on the season. Brick at 4-2. Brick has a couple of games that have to be made up as a result of some of the bad weather we've had. The corner kick will be taken by Jerry Clark.
I think we'd have to be looking for Hugh Miller.
Hugh Miller, number 19. But that one not struck too well, cleared out easily. And no doubt about that one. That's one of the easier offsides as the Brick Township defense pulls up quickly and caught sleeping number 19, Mike Hugh Miller. And you see that happen, though, Dave, with a lot of real goal scorers. They're so hungry they just want to cheat up that foot or two if they can get it.
That's their calling card. They got to be up there. That's why they get the goals.
Up the left side. Bernsteel and number 10, Andy Weinstein, collide. The ball goes off the foot of Weinstein. Throw in for Brick. This is number 7, Sepsic. Again, they go towards the near post. It's cleared out. Well taken, but deflected. Coming up into the attack was number 7, Sepsic. As you mentioned, Dave, I like the fact that Brick's not afraid to shoot the ball.
Well, they're moving their outside halfbacks up the wings and making real smart, real calculated runs. Consequently, when the center half or perhaps a stopper or fullback comes into the offense, he's got an open shot. He has to take it.
Brick has taken 3 shots on goal. So far, Jackson with only 1. They get it inside. This could be dangerous, but they missed to the near side. Breaking away was number 1, Brian Longobardi.
Gillis came off his line well that time. He cut down the angle. Didn't give Longobardi much to shoot at.
And the substitution coming in for Brick, it's number 11. Help me, Dave. I don't see him on the roster.
Number 11 for Brick is the sophomore Chris Cooper.
Thank you. Here comes Jackson the other way. Watch out. This could be trouble. And well played by the goalkeeper, Dave. Gilligan came off his line, forced the high shot.
A nice shot by Andrews, too.
Neil Gilligan, the goalkeeper. I stand corrected if I called him Dave. It is Neil. I'd like to thank the athletic director from Brick Township High School, Jim Rochford, for allowing us to come down here and televise this game, and for making that little correction. Jim's up in the booth with us. Jim, come on over here a second. Great facility here. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate you coming down and televising this game. It's a big ball game for us, and I know it's a big ball game for Jackson. The last game was a 1-0 ball game, and so far, from what I can see, it looks like we're controlling the ball. You made a comment earlier. You were happy to see Brick take as many shots. That had been our problem early in the season. The kids were not shooting the ball inside the 18, but a couple of times today they, unloaded a few, and they're going to pop in one of these.
Well, they're firing away, and it looks like it's going to be a great match. Once again, thanks very much. You're not in our viewing area, unfortunately. We appreciate your cooperation.
Thanks for coming down, Bob. We really appreciate you being here.
Okay, some pressure by Jackson, and Brick manages to dodge that bullet. They clear it out. And there's one of the few fouls that have been called so far, Dave. That one will go against Brick Township.
It's been an extremely well-played game thus far.
Joe Zielinski, guilty of jumping in. There he is, just committed that infraction. Good aggressive foul. Chris Parise will take the free kick. And he gives that one away. As from a coaching standpoint, obviously you don't like to see that happen.
Number 13 for Brick, Joe Zielinski, who committed that last foul, has been just absolutely taking control of the midfield here. Distributing the ball very well and really controlling the Brick offense thus far, which has been essentially the only offense in the game.
And you can see the Bricktown cheerleaders are out in force. Nice to see the girls at the matches. And just another indication, Dave, that soccer really has gained acceptance on the high school level. A lot of schools are going with the night action and the cheerleaders and in some cases the bands and everything. It's good to see.
And a good night game nowadays is going to attract a lot of people.
Here comes Tybal for Jackson. 3:30 left, first quarter, no score. Tybal, nice ball across. They're on sides. Oh, great save. Gilligan off his line and covered up nicely by number 11, Cooper, but that was dangerous. From our vantage point, it looked like Hugh Miller was off.
In this game, Bob, we're probably looking at the best goalkeeper in Ocean County. I'm not going to say which one it is, but I'm sure we are looking at the best goalkeeper in Ocean County today.
Well, that was a great save by Neil Gilligan to come off his line. Rich Finnerty, head coach for Brick Township, his team's played well. I'm sure he breathed a sigh of relief on that one. It looked like it may have been a breakaway. Hugh Miller might have gotten away with an offside. It's nice when you sit up here and you don't have the whistle. You can make those judgments after it happens. Brick sends a substitution in. It's number 7, Todd Sepsic. And coming off will be number 1, Brian Longobardi. Neil Gilligan puts it back in play, up the right side. And nothing that Parise could do other than clear it up into the bleachers, so it'll be a throw-in for the Dragons. It was taken by Cooper. No, nice move. Isaacson. Little contact, play on. Here comes Tybal. Tybal lets it fly from about 25 and off the mark.
Bob, I think what's happened here is Rich Finnerty has moved Bob Lafredo up to the right wing and brought Sepsic back into the midfield.
1:40 remaining in the first quarter. No score between Brick Township and Jackson Township High School. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of high school soccer. Bob Lamperton and Dave Schofield. And so far, it's been a very well-played, hard-fought, clean match. Isaacson distributes well, gets it outside. Washington. And Jackson will get the throw in. Hugh Miller will put it back in. Now he's going to hand it off. He'll let Parise take it. Hugh Miller wants to score. He doesn't want to take those throw-ins. And I'm not sure what Joe Rebecki, the official, has on that one. Did you see it, Dave?
Yeah, yes, I did, Bob. The Brick player was standing right on the line, and when Parisi threw the ball in, he just sort of draped his arms over his shoulders, and they both kind of, it looks as though he called a foul on the Brick player for whatever reason.
And they take it far post, and a little too long off the top of the head of Jerry Clark. So with 27 seconds left in the first quarter, Brick will have a goal kick.
That direct kick was well taken. Right across the front of the goal, far post.
Clark caught inside a little too much. Ten seconds. 2-1, that should do it. And there it is. The whistle blows ending the